On the news tonight, Governor Obaseki pays thank you visits to President Muhammadu Buhari. INEC dialogues with traditional rulers in Ondo State ahead of state governorship election. And federal government to meet labor leaders Monday to resume talks concerning hike in fuel and increase in electricity tariffs. Good evening and thanks for joining us on an abridged version of our news tonight as we take a break from that live telecast. I am Goodluck Enaini. And our Governor Godwin Obaseki, and winner of the just concluded Edo governorship election, has expressed formal appreciation to President Muhammadu Buhari for keeping faith with his promise of ensuring that the will of Edo people prevails. The governor stated this while leading a high-powered delegation from the heartbeat of the nation to the State House on a thank you visit. Now, the chairman of INEC, Professor Mahmood, Yakubu says Ondo State governorship election will surpass the successes recorded in the election in Edo State. For this to happen, INEC boss cautions electoral officers to shun all forms of malpractice, warning that whoever is found culpable will be prosecuted. Olajide Bello has the details.
The meeting of the INEC national chairman with traditional rulers in Ondo State is to seek the support of the Obas who have direct influence on their subjects and to bring to the consciousness of electorates and political actors the need to follow electoral guidelines during the conduct of the governorship election. Professor Yakubu enumerated the level of preparedness, saying INEC is synergizing with all relevant stakeholders in the process to achieve free, fair, and credible polls, adding that areas where challenges could be experienced have been properly identified and such areas will be addressed before the election.
To continue to appeal to political parties, candidates, and their supporters for peace, as you have always done in your domains. Secondly, to call on your people to observe the rules of personal and public safety. Thirdly, we seek for your prayers for peace in Ondo State.
The traditional rulers acknowledged the efforts of INEC and the preparation for the election and are optimistic that the outcome will be accepted.
They were promising us now that the election will be free. The three candidates, that the election will be free and fair. And that's what we want in Ondo State.
In my community, I'm going to start to be addressing them on how to do things in a way that we will satisfy ourselves as the government.
As the Ondo State governorship election is fast approaching, INEC says collective efforts of all in the state will make the poll a peaceful and successful one. In Akure, Abiola Rio, NTA News.
Our earlier story on Governor Obaseki's visit to Buhari now. Governor Godwin Obaseki, a winner of the just concluded Edo governorship election, has expressed formal appreciation to President Muhammadu Buhari for keeping faith with his promise of ensuring that the will of Edo people prevails. The governor stated this while leading a high-powered delegation from the heartbeat of the nation to the State House on a thank you visit.
The desire is to make sure that innocent people don't suffer. That message I got across to the Inspector General of Police, that elections must be free and fair. If contestants have too much money and they decided to spray, so be it. But what I insist, nobody should go and raise a counter force to the government. Armed thugs, heavily drugged, to go and humiliate people. I want Nigerians to appreciate that I respect them as Nigerians.
Now, the bilateral dialogue between the federal government and the organized labor to resolve impending nationwide industrial action over electricity tariff and the hike in pump price has been adjourned to Monday, the 28th of September 2020. The decision was reached after several hours of discussion and consultation by parties on what the next line of action will be.
That each and every one of us has the interests of Nigeria at heart. None from the side of labor that are asking for the best of welfare for their workers and for the people of Nigeria is less qualified or less patriotic. Those of us that are on this side of the divide, looking at the books, looking at the situation, the economics and the dynamics of the current situation, that are propelled to make certain recommendations to government as to how we can have an economy that will be sustainable, an economy that will be able to provide for the good of our people, but also survive the storm that is confronting us.
Fruitful meeting. They are going back to their organs. The government side have given proposals to them on the palliative to cushion the effects of the rise in petroleum products and electricity. We have requested them to shelve the strike. We have appealed to them.
Yeah, we adjourn till Monday by 3 p.m. Okay. Yeah. All right.
The Islamic cleric Sheikh
Watch news stories and other programs in our YouTube channel, NTA Benin. Like us on Facebook, NTA Benin, or follow us on Twitter handle at NTA Benin 1. Ahead on the news tonight, Muslims pray for Nigeria as activities to mark 60th independent anniversary of the country begins with Jumat prayers. Stay tuned for details of this and more.
With so much joy and profound gratitude to God Almighty, I, Chief Lady Doris Obo, JP, CEO Doris Day Conglomerate, wish to congratulate our esteemed, vibrant, gallant, talking ado, wake and see Governor, the People's Governor, His Excellency Godwin Nogegase Obaseki, the Governor of Edo State, and the Deputy, Comrade Philip Shaibu, for their laudable and gallant victory in Edo State governorship election. The people spoke through the ballot box. God listened from heaven and granted their heart desire, which is you. Wow! I wish you God's grace, guidance, and more grace to your elbow as the chosen one for the much anticipated second term in office. From my family and I, we say congratulations, Obane.
What's wrong with you? You just crashed my car with your pangolo. I said, who scratched who? You scratched me. I did not scratch you.
Uncle, what's wrong with this old man with you that crash? Uncle, please, I beg, give me your phone.
Don't worry.
And I'm going to the
police. Who is the IG of police? The director of the DSS is my cousin's husband. The head of service is my sister's fiance.
Marcus, please, why the scratch is super dangerous? Please, can we go? Can we go?
Now, that's it first.
Find your first with the best data plans in town. Dial *777#. Glow Unlimited.
Congratulatory message. The chairman and members of the Committee of Benin Elders hereby congratulate Your Excellencies Mr. Godwin Noregase Obaseki and Comrade Philip Shaibu on your victory at the 19th September 2020 election. You passed through a most gruesome and fierce electionary battle to emerge victorious, a feat which we attribute to the glory of God, the recognition by the good people of Edo State of your developmental strides, and the exemplary complementarity of your team. We are glad that the election was generally peaceful, free, and fair as adjudged by most people, and thank all who contributed to make it so. We enjoin you to stay focused on your developmental agenda while remaining gracious in victory and accessible for good advice. May God guide and protect you throughout your tenure and beyond. Signed, Honorable Justice S.O. Uwaifo, CON, KSC, Retired Justice of the Supreme Court of Nigeria, Chairman, and Dr. O. Asemota, Secretary.
Power Oil, healthy for you.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now, the Enoge of Olugbo community, His Royal Highness Owens Jackson Akenzua, says he is determined to foster unity among ethnic tribes and religion under his dukedom. The royal father made the assertion during the inauguration of the administrative and community liaison officer on security matters under Olugbo dukedom. Ogochkuka Honor reports that Mr. Charles Eyeyoma Geoffrey was appointed as the liaison officer of security matters to the Enoge of Olugbo Kingdom.
The palace of the Enoge of Olugbo and the quiet town of Olugbo community in Ikpobalka local government area was agog as residents from various communities under the dukedom converged to witness the inauguration of their leader, Mr. Geoffrey Asokwarami, as the administrative and community liaison officer on Ishakiri matters to the Enoge of Olugbo dukedom. Addressing the people, the Enoge of the community, His Royal Highness Owen Jason Akenzua, said the appointment of Mr. Asokwarami became necessary following the prevailing peace in the community and urged the people to report to him on any challenge in a bid to avoid loss of lives and disharmony. He called on the Benis and the Shakiris to remain as one.
It's our collective duty and collective responsibility to ensure that over 400 years of history, of shared history, is not destroyed due to certain individuals' selfish interest. Having said that, Olugbo is part and parcel of Benin Kingdom, and it's my duty as the traditional ruler here to take everybody along. I have never marginalized anybody, and I don't have any intentions to marginalize anybody, and that is why I deem it fit to establish this office.
In his acceptance speech, Mr. Geoffrey pledged his unflinching loyalty to Oba of Benin, Obaewa II, and the Enoge of Olugbo dukedom, His Royal Highness Jason Akenzua, and promised to unite all with sincerity of purpose.
But we are also appealing that in the interest of peace and in the interest of brotherliness, I want to advise and appeal that as these infighting are going on, they should also think that there's going to be a round table where we'll eventually meet and resolve all these issues. The Enoge is a peace-loving person. He's a wonderful person.
Some leaders comment on the new dawn in Olugbo community.
It's a good land and a good action. It will help to harness the complaints, the reactions of people, their expectations, to be able to bridge the communication gap between them and the Noge.
We thank God that the Noge of Ologbo have made us to be united and make us to have one mind.
Given this office as a liaison officer to mediate and to be in between the Chekiris and the Benin of the Benin Kingdom. And we are ready to work with the Monoba. We are ready to work with the Noge.
There were various cultural displays to spice up the events. Ona, NTA News.
Another break is next on the lineup. Stay with us.
I know the fear, I know the shame, I know say bodies are more to stay. We need out cheap, we need to Port Harcourt, we need Bayelsa, we need to worry, we need to Africa and other states. I know say bodies are more to stay.
But Biswa Motors head office day for Upper Market Road, Benin City. Our branch day for number 1 Ekenwa Road, opposite Mobil Filling Station, Benin City. You also fit Wakago number 1 Dawson Road, Benin City. For Delta State, Biswa Motors day NRL Junction Warri, opposite Chevron Gate. For Abraka, we stand Gidigba for Police Station Junction. For Bayelsa Anko, we day Tombia Roundabout, opposite on Les Gold Filling Station. And our Auchi branch day opposite Auchi Polytechnic Gate by GT Food. Our Port Harcourt branch day Olu Obasanjo Road by Hivon Road Junction for Waterline. Biswa Motors. If we enter our Sienna car, Hummer bus, or even Jeep Escalade, Biswa Motors, safety is of the Lord.
I know say.
Do you want to attend a state-owned university with facilities that can rival other universities outside Nigeria? Then, come to Edo University Iyamo. The university boasts of modern technologies that are not easily available in our climate. To fulfill your university education dreams, Edo University Iyamo invites application for qualified candidates for admission in the 2019-2020 academic session. You are guaranteed of the best education and uninterrupted academic session throughout your study in Edo University. For further inquiries and application, please log on to www.edouniversity.edu.ng.
Screening date Thursday, 19th September 2019.
Signed, Registrar. Do you
Stay tuned. And our Muslim faithful have been advised to work together and support the government and also to imbibe the Islamic teaching. This was the message delivered by the Chief Imam of Benin, Malam Abdel Fattah and Abulele, at today's Juma service. Fiona Odoji reports that it was to mark the country's 60th anniversary.
The Islamic cleric Sheikh Abdel Fattah and Abulele urged Muslims to unite and support the state government to actualize its plans and programs for the people. He further reiterated that so many countries like China, America, and Germany are great because their citizens are hardworking and committed. Ahead of Nigeria's 60th anniversary, the Chief Imam prayed that the country continues to witness peace and progress. He appreciated Allah for a peaceful and successful governorship election.
We need exemplary, patriotic leaders with vision and strength of character, who with the right kind of followership will propel this great nation to greater heights.
The former Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Alhaji Kabir Ajotu, who represented the Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, at the prayer said the Governor appreciates their support and prayers, hence this visit. He also gives insight into today's message.
Nigerians too, we should be committed, we should be prayerful, we should be hardworking, so that by the time we celebrate our 65th, our 70th anniversary, Nigeria should be as great as Germany, as America, United States of America, and other great nations of the world. So the governor is so passionate about the peace and progress of Nigeria.
We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to continue to grant him robust health, grant him the wisdom and the enablement to be able to carry us to the promised land.
The service featured prayers for the peace and progress in the country and also prayers for Governor Godwin Obaseki. In Benin, Fiona Ojoji, NTA News.
And that concludes our bulletin tonight. Thanks for watching.